So, what are you doing? It is 6:39 in the morning. Sunrise is in a few minutes, and I just couldn't stand it anymore. I had to get out of here, get out and ride my quad. I rode it yesterday because I had to, but without you guys. But today's the first ride that thought I'd take you along, since it's finally back on the road. Because if you've looked at my videos, you know that if I'm not out every day, there's a problem with the quad. And there was a problem with the quad. Well, a couple of problems with the quad. Oh, before I even get into that, hold on. Good morning. I'm running on 18 psi in my tires. And I tried it yesterday, and I didn't have it right. I didn't have the right psi because of some other stuff that I won't even go into, because it's just, it's just dumb stuff. Anyway, I kind of liked it and didn't like it at the same time, because I liked the 18-ish psi because, man, it takes up all the bumps, little stuff, and it really smooths out the big stuff. It really does. But also, it's really bouncy. That makes sense to you. It bounces a lot because of there not being a whole bunch of pressure. Well, that's only two pounds less, but that's less. Let's go down here to the left. Oh, I've got the LED whips back on, so I've got to watch out for the low-hanging fruit again, because I think that's what damaged my other whips, why they didn't work. I had to get the new ones, and the new ones work really good. I'll show you that shortly. I'll show you the whole setup. But anyway, so the past couple of weeks, here's what happened. I was going down. Shit. Well, at least it wasn't stinky water. It was just water. I was going down the road on a ride. I was into it probably 15 minutes, and came to Crosstown and Bayshore, and the light was green for me, so I didn't have to stop for the light. So I was going my usual speed, about 17, 18 miles an hour, which is very fast on this thing. Oh shoot. Let's try to get around this. Anyway. What was I talking about? God damn it. Bayshore and Crosstown. I was flying right at the peak of the road, right in the center of the intersection, and my left front wheel snapped off. Oh my God. Now, oh my God. Now you have to kind of understand the, I don't know what it's called, the dynamics, I don't know how the quad works here. And because I haven't really explained it, you don't have any idea. Oh, let me pass these cops. Go up here. These guys are bright. Hey, guys. There's a nice fountain. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So my my left front wheel left front wheel has my parking brake on it. Just a lever. It's just a friction brake, friction disc brake. And then the front doesn't have a solid axle. Front two wheels. The rear axle is a solid axle, and the right rear wheel is where I have my hydraulic disc brake for the quad. That's how I stop. But the parking brake is on the left front. So all that was holding my wheel onto my quad was kind of gravity, because I was sitting on it. But I was going over bumps, so it kept bumping, and I mean, it was wobbling like this. It was coming off. The only thing that was holding it on was the brake. So, anyway, I was able to by the way, I'm going in a higher gear today. I don't know if you can notice that. I don't think you can, but it is. It's a little bit more exciting. You know, you always want to go faster. Anyway, so I couldn't. Anyway, back to the story. I couldn't do anything. I mean, seriously, nothing. All I could do is limp to the sidewalk and just sit there. I mean, there wasn't anything else I could do. There wasn't any tools that I could have had that would fix it other than a welder. So I was stuck. I was done. Now, at home, I have my truck. I have a 99 Toyota Tacoma, and I have ramps for my quad to get in the back. I took the camper shell off of it so that I could fit my quad in the back of it. In either case, I'm the only one that knows how to drive my truck, so nobody else could have. So I was done. I was stuck. So I had to call a tow truck. I called a tow truck to get my electric quad a few miles home. I felt so ridiculous, and I'll post some of that video at some point, or integrate it into other videos or another video or whatever, just because of how ridiculous it was. I won't post the whole thing like I usually do, because there was lots and lots and lots and lots of cussing, and although I do cuss, and that there was a lot more than normal. And I just don't feel comfortable with putting all that out there. So, anyway, but I will post some of it, because it's just laughable. Seeing my quad up there on the back of that friggin' truck, that was amazing. It was truly amazing. Anyway, whatever. So that's what happened to it, right? So I called up. Or it was over the weekend, I believe, of course. So I emailed the people that I got my quad from, anticipating horrible problems, and hooked up with a new person that has been, throughout this whole 2-week period, really, really good. So, hasn't changed my, outlook on them one iota, or wait, maybe a little bit, but in either case, this person was really, stepped up. So, anyway, these quads, the way they're made, there's a head tube, like you would have, a gooseneck on your regular bike. That's where the headset is, where the wheels kind of attach, and where the spring for the shocks and all that stuff, that's where all that stuff's housed. And I snapped that thing right in half. So what I had to get was a replacement headset, which isn't, that big of a deal. But the place I got it is in Utah, so that poses a problem. I just can't get one of these at the corner market. And it doesn't, cost $20 like one at Walmart would. So, hey buddy, how you doing? Going through water, so it's going to take some time. They always love to water the lawn at City Hall, or the Port St. Lucie Municipal Complex. So anyway, thank God it was my left wheel and not my right wheel, because I probably would have flipped this sucker if it would have been my right wheel. Because I was going, 17, 18 miles an hour. That's quick for this thing. So, but I didn't hurt myself. That's good. That's always good. No big deal. They gave me a discount because it wasn't a car. And they took me home, and the guy, his name was Anthony. Everybody calls him Tony, I believe. The tow truck driver. He was really nice guy. He took me home in the truck, and we had a nice conversation. That was good. He said he'd check out the channel. So if you're seeing it, hey Tony, how are you? Thanks for the lift. I already told you that. Alright, I think we're through most of the wetness. So now I'll just sling up on my arms. Okay. Man, I haven't been out in these places for so long. I forget how everything goes. All right. Whew, stinky water. Shit. That's where that friggin' glass is. Okay, so anyway, I called them up and they sent me a new headset. Hey buddy, how are you? So I got a new headset. I had it sent to the house. Didn't know that I had to cut the head tube down, or the steering tube. Didn't realize that I had to do that, but I did. And I ended up cutting it just barely too long so that I couldn't cut it anymore if I even wanted to. So I added another spacer. Morning. And then thought I was raring to go. Morning. 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 All right. So anyway, I had to actually, do more than one thing back there, so I couldn't talk. Parking lots are rough. So I put the whole thing back together after, realizing I had to cut it up and stuff. I figured they would do it, but nope, they didn't. So I cut it up and Didn't get it perfect, but in the end it was perfect because I just added a little spacer. And that, come to find out, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. So, never did that before, so that was fun. Anyway, and it's totally in a different location, so that's different too, you know. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing? Everything okay?
Good, yes. So, got it all put back together and got it ready for my, the test drive, shakedown run, see if the wheel fell off because I installed it wrong. And when I took the wheel off to transfer it to the new axle. That was the last thing because I, fixed the whole thing without the wheel on because it's a lot easier to do that way, and I was transferring the wheel to the new wheel, and I was greasing the axle up and getting ready to put it back on, and looked at the spokes and started feeling the spokes and realized that there's 3 or 4 broken spokes, completely broken. So I'm not a wheel engineer, but I'm sure you can get around without 3 or 4 spokes, but I don't want to. I don't want to risk it, especially how I ride. So I immediately went back home and emailed again and let them know about the spokes, and kind of in the meantime realized that it's this trying to get spokes out of them probably won't be a good thing because I already went and got the the headset from them. So, and whatever that other thing that I got way before. Anyway, doesn't matter. Losing my train of thought now. Oh. You're probably yelling at the TV. You said this! Your phone or whatever the hell you're looking at it on. This is what she said! Remember, idiot! All right, so what I ended up doing is emailing them and telling them to give me to sell me a new wheel. Just, send me a new wheel. No big deal. And I got some girl, I don't think she was experienced because she said, okay, I'll send the wheel. And I said, you know what? Just send me 2 wheels. And I asked her some question about the rim tape. And it was like, I think she freaked out because then the guy that I had been talking to, because I told her I wanted it next day aired to me as well. And that just threw her. She didn't know what to do. Morning. Ooh, stinky water. Ooh, God. Anyway, I made that sound like because she was a girl, she didn't know what she was talking about. And that's not what I meant. I just meant that she was young and mentioned that she was a girl. Doesn't have to do with anything to do with anything. But the youngness was inexperienced. It sounded like, it seemed like to me. Anyway, whatever. So she handed it off to this guy. He's the parks manager, I think, what his title was. And he said he'd add the other wheel and do the next day. Or no, he said he'd add the other wheel. And it just got here yesterday, or both the wheels got here yesterday, so there was no next day anything on anything. But I'm still satisfied, even though I had to drill the valve stem hole bigger because it wasn't drilled, and I wasn't told that I had to drill it. Well, I'm not going to go down there because that light took 2 seconds. So I'm going this way. Anyway, was I talking about the bike? I'm sure. The quad breaking down. So the spokes, had to wait for the spokes. So a whole bunch of stuff happened within that time frame of all the way from then till a couple weeks ago when I actually broke down, to getting the other part, to realizing that I needed more parts, to getting the 2 wheels that I just got. In between there, I got a new display. It's over on the left. Maybe you can see it over here. It was over on the right-hand side, but I took it off of there because I didn't want it on the left, on the right. I wanted a left motor and a right motor when I put the new motor on there someday. Good morning. So I moved that over. I got that in because that was broken. There's a couple of strip screws on that, and then the controller I completely broke off. So, and that comes, well, the controller, the little push button thing. I broke that thing off, so and that comes with it, I think. At least it was connected to it in the same box. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I put that on, hooked that up. I got new thumb throttles, but the thumb throttles that I got, or the ones that I thought I got, were wrong. Well, the ones that I got were incorrect. The ones that I thought I got originally, I have now on the left side. This is the thumb throttle that I've been looking for. The one on the right side is the old one that comes with my new motor that isn't on yet, if you can follow all that I just said. I just have it on there because I wanted it there, everything installed, so that all I have to do is make the battery trays, mount them, and then just plug them in to the wiring that I already have, and also the motor on the front as well. Do the same thing with. So that's why I have a left and a right. That's my kind of, brain, how my brain works. So they're kind of separated instead of all on one side. Because I can put them on whatever side, it doesn't matter. I could stack them if I wanted, like I had them before. But the only reason I had them like that was because my Bafang display was broken. So I kind of had to strap it there. That's all. I should go across here. That's what I should do. Yeah, but still kind of bouncy. Well, you know what? It might just be the sidewalk, though. It really, with the lower pressure, it really goes over bumps well. I mean, it really does. What everybody says is absolutely true. It cushions it like crazy. It's just like floating over stuff instead of banging. Even though, a lot of stuff knocks you around anyway. It really takes out the bad stuff. This is really different going the opposite way. Okay, so I think we're done with so I got two front wheels. Two front wheels delivered yesterday. Threw them on, buttoned up all the electrical that I had been doing. Oh my God. I about finished my electrical, which, I mean, it was close to being finished. And then I had to take it all apart again because it all fell down, or didn't fall down, but kind of moved because I have to add some really good tape adhesive stuff to the bars so that stuff won't slip around that's clamped to them. I'm going to use this tape, really strong tape that they use for cars, that I had delivered yesterday. I'm going to use that to hopefully correct the problem that I had yesterday with all of my lighting, because I have it set now. Well, I had it set perfect. I mean, just perfect. It was. I thought it was really just beautiful the way it was. I pieced together parts that I got from TerraCycle for all the bars and stuff that I used for them. And it looked really pro, really cool. Looked like it came with the thing. But it moved on me through my, my 45-minute, hour-long ride. It moved. So that's a no-go. That's a lose. That's a fail. That's what they say nowadays. It's a fail. So I took it all off this morning before I came out, because I woke up at, I don't know, 5. Because I was excited to come out here. But anyway, yeah. Oh, I got both the bottom brackets for his new motor and my new motor that, if you've been following the channel, you know we've been waiting for the second time. The first time I stripped both of our bottom brackets on my quad. Thank God I could order 2 more. And this time I stripped 1. So that was part of the whole, dilemma, part of this whole thing. So I ordered 2 more. So I had an extra, and I ordered another crank. The whole front. I ordered another one. Yeah, it's hoppy. Here is Sportsman Spark. Good morning. So lots and lots of issues, problems, things I had to fix, things I was improving and then had to tear down to put back together again. And to top all that off, it's about 950 degrees at about, 11:30 noon, and it just gets hotter and hotter and sweatier. You start sweating at 8 a.m. So, I mean, I have an industrial fan and a few, little fans that are facing directly at me, so it makes it much better in the garage. But it's still, hot and sweaty, so it makes everything slower. And I'm not the fastest person when I fix things anyway, so my wife will tell you that. But anyway, that's all done now, and I'm just waiting to get up the, what do you call it, gumption? Whatever you want to call it. Get up the nerve to try again with the bottom bracket. I heard about anti-seize grease, whatever you call it. And I've used a grease before, with and without. So I think I'll try the anti-seize to see if that works. It seems like it from what they tell you about it. But I also think I might take it to a bike shop that I've gone to before, and they fixed my front chain for me. They weren't supposed to, but they did. So I'm going to see if they'll do this other thing for me, and we'll have one of those kind of relationships. I take it there when I absolutely have to, and they might be able to fix it. If they can fix the motor thing, shit, I'll be set. Good morning. Oh, I should probably, what is it? Let's see. Say 16% battery. I should probably change it sometime soon. Let's see if we've got over here anybody over here. So I think I covered all my woes for the time I've been not doing any videos, not riding. I hate not riding. It's become such a huge part of my life now that if I'm not riding every day, it's an issue. Hello.
Hi.
All right, let's go. Oh, wait. What way were we going? I forgot. I completely spaced on where the hell we were going. Doesn't matter. Okay. We'll just go another way. Turn this off. Left off. Right on. Right on. That back on. Mode 3. And we are raring. Alright. I'm going to drop you guys off. Let you get on with your day, and I'm going to get on with mine. Thanks for coming along. If you have any comments, any suggestions, anything, doesn't matter, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Thanks.